Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we are, as the title I believe will say, we're going to open up one of these, a Fossil Red Logo Heavy Booster Pack. We'll do a little bit more talking about, what what all this means. A lot of it's very niche stuff, but it is a vintage pack. It's going to be a type of pack that rarely gets opened, and yeah, so it'll be a little bit of a treat. Mostly for me since I'm getting to do the opening. But before we get to that, I am going to show you guys a few cards that I've picked up for my son. We are going to open up a few other packs as well. But just want to show you guys kind of what's going on. My wife, she is so good about Christmas, and I am very grateful for her because she takes care of basically everything for Christmas other than the stuff for her. Now, she gives me, some things that she might want me to get. Pokemon I should be able to get, and we were trying to finish up my son John, his binder. Like, she's making the whole custom binder. Like, how epic is that? For a 5-year-old, it may be a little too much. We're going to find out. I imagine if he takes good care of it, it's going to be something that might, we'll take it as a step of responsibility for him. But if he treats it like a 5-year-old, most likely will, then maybe we'll regret it. I don't know. But here are some cards that were left for his binder that we were trying to fill in. These came from PSA Pikachu. If you're looking for somebody to buy singles from that is very trusted, he's definitely a way to go. So we've got Galarian Moltres. There was a page for, there was a Moltres page. There's an Articuno page. And there's also a Zapdos page. Now this right here, this Great Tusk EX, there's not a Great Tusk or Dawn fan or that kind of page, but there is a special illustration rare page. So we kind of went with a little bit more cheaper ones, but there are some pretty nice ones. You got the Tinglu. This one right here, of course, this could go on any one of the Moltres, Zapdos, or Articuno pages, or there's a Rainbow Rare page as well, but this is actually going to go, I think, in the Zapdos page. Here's another one of the special illustration rares, and then this is one of my favorites. There was a Walking Wake as well, and so I picked up all three of those for that because I thought they would look good side by side. They're definitely not the cheapest, but honestly, I think they're kind of nice. And if you buy them in good condition, if you can keep them in good condition, I see something like this almost as a better investment than like the cheaper ones. It's just something that's, I think, in time will do well, especially as the sets go, out of print, that kind of thing. But I know we're probably spoiling them a little bit, a whole binder, but she's just so good about presents. On Christmas morning, it's like I'm as surprised as the kids are to see what's coming out of those packages. I know that sounds terrible, but I kind of help provide the funds, and she gets to take care of the family and make sure everyone is happy Christmas morning. All right, so also got this. Probably, yeah, about a month ago at this point. But once I read this, I just kind of set it to the side. I said, "Good day, Rusty. It's a small token of my appreciation for all your support. I wanted to send a sneak peek of our latest display, Magneto. Its integrated magnetic mount allows it to be easily attached to MagSafe desk or wall stand / mounts. Simon, please do not share publicly as we announce on November 15th. And I took that as wait till after November 15th because this will be public as of this, but so hopefully I understood that correctly. But he sent me this completely free of charge. I always appreciate this guy. He's with Phantom Display. If you guys have seen my uncut sheets through like Mimic Brew or whenever I put them on in the video for my mini museum, they that's who made those. He had those custom built for me, and then those these boxes here. These boxes here for like the specialty sets that I have made to fit booster packs. These are custom made by Phantom Display. And thanks to all of you who ordered the Crown Zenith. Like I said, there's only 20 of those that I was putting out there. I do still have some left. It wasn't a very popular video that I'd put them in, but I do appreciate the business. All right, here we go. So let me show you what he sent. So there's Phantom Display. It looks like he changed up his logo, if that's the same or if that's a new one. Now, I did put the card in there. He didn't send me the card, but it's pretty much just the individual graded card holder type thing. You got this little middle piece, this magnetic comes out, and then you can pull the card out if you want to. I do have a sleeve on here, so this one isn't going to slide out that easily, but it does fit with the sleeve on the graded card if you do like that, so that's kind of nice. But what he's referring to is this right here. It's got like a little magnet piece, and it's pretty flush. Like you can feel a bump a little bit, but it's not much. And I don't have any one of those magnetic holders, but I would assume that it's going to be like this is where I'm supposed to put it on my phone if I ever did anything like that. And then you just put it on something, and it just like it holds it like a magnet or whatever. I guess for display, maybe you can swivel them, pull them around. But anyways, so if you are looking for a really nice display, he has these without these as well. Phantom display is high quality. They're going to be, I imagine, a little bit more expensive than, you know, a cheaper display. But if you're looking for something that's really going to make your card pop, and it's got that nice thickness, good rounded edges, Phantom display is always, it's always good quality. And you know, if you're trying to display something and make it look nice, usually you want quality. So anyways, we'll move on to our pack opening. So we'll open up one of these. After we open up, we're going to do 4 specialty sets. We've got Pokemon Go, Crown Zenith, Prismatic Evolutions, or yeah, that one does have evolutions with an S in it, and then we'll have the Scarlet and Violet 151. So we'll do it in reverse order. Pokemon Go, probably one of the cheapest sets ever. There's a warehouse full of these things. Oh, zooming the wrong way. One of these days, I'm gonna get that down. All right, Numel. Maybe we'll get one of those reverse holo, turn it into a Ditto. Onyx, Melmetal. All right, so nothing in that pack. Let's go to Crown Zenith. Usually got about a 50-50 shot with Crown Zenith to pull something nice. All right, so there's Starly. What we got here? Volcanion. You guys know I like Volcanion. Gumshoes. Nothing there. All right. 2 more packs. Maybe we can get something good. We'll go with Prismatic now. I see the stuff continues to come out for Prismatic. We've gotten some pretty good offers for like bulk buying on surprise boxes and the bundles, which I like. I think Prismatic is going to be a really nice long-term good play. And right now it's super cheap compared to where it has been. Don't get me wrong, $7 a pack, $8 a pack is still up there. All right, we did get one hit. We got an Ogerpon. Not what you're looking for in Prismatic, but still a hit. Old Amber, Pidgeotto, Magmar, Shelter, Charmeleon, Parasect, Charisma. Nice. Got a reverse holo Moltres. Leftovers. I always think about Snorlax there. And a Ditto. All right, so nothing super cool. You know, that does give me an idea because my wife really likes Snorlax. Wonder if I could get all of the leftovers cards and supplement them in there. All right, so all of these are from Zach. Let me see how many artworks we got in here. That way I can split up the artworks. Now, when I opened up my last Fossil Red Logo box, I sold the heavies for $500 and the lights for $800. Some of you thought that was a mistake, and it was not. That was due to the fact that the heavies have the holo, whereas the non-heavies have the non-holo, obviously, but the holos from the red logo, or I mean, it kind of looks orange, doesn't it? They don't have the 1999-2000 dating, which is extremely scarce. So if you're collecting that set, all right, so let's just take one of these Lapras packs since I've got the most of that artwork. If you're collecting the 1999-2000 fossil set, you can only get one holo with that date, Zapdos, and that's actually from the Thunderstorm or Tempest gift box set. So I mean, it's not actually from the Australian variation. There's 5 cards that you can get with the 1999-2000 dating. That's just the dating at the bottom, and that makes the actual print visibly different to anybody who's looking at the cards. But you can get Zapdos, Golduck, Raichu, Psyduck, and I think it's Energy Search. All of those 5 cards come in English releases through the Thunderstorm or Tempest gift set with those dating. However, if you have Fossil Red Logo or kind of the orange Pokemon booster packs with this long crimp that were produced for Made in Australia Fossil booster boxes, then you can actually get 1999-2000 dated cards on everything but the holos. Why you can't get on the holos, I really don't know. Maybe they had a bunch of extra KB Toys Fossil Uncut sheets and they used those to put out. I mean, there's no way, it was, I don't think it was something like that. But anyways, the holos don't have it. It's very similar to the 1999-2000 base set that come out in different countries, the US, UK, Australia. Sometimes the holos have it, sometimes they don't for base set, but for fossil, none of the holos do. But the rares do. So that's like the rarest form of the cards that come from fossil. And so generally people pay more for the non-holos, or at least they should. I don't know if that's the case anymore, because I don't think people really care, because even if you pull a Dragonite out of here that's holographic, people are probably going to like that more than the very scarce niche non-holographic Dragonite with the rare 1999-2000 date. But anyways, we're going to open up this pack. The card that I really don't want to pull, well, it's holographic, so I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't like pulling magnets on. I think that's just an easy to grade card. There is somebody on E4 trying to analyze the different print runs for even like just looking at the dot matrices and the surface of these cards to determine like the different countries. And so it'd be kind of cool that if you could tell the difference between a holo that comes from fossil red logos versus, you know, that was made in Australia versus one that comes out of like a regular fossil booster pack made here in America. But you can't visibly see it other than maybe like a little bit different shade or like a gloss or something like that. But anyways, let's open up this pack. I could sit here and talk about this stuff all day. Let me get that. All right, so when looking at it, you can kind of see how there's more of a gloss, a smoother finish. So like that's one visible way to see it. But when you're looking down here at the bottom, you see 1999, 2000. It's kind of what you're going for. There was no jungle cards released on the English side with those dating as far as we know. But for fossil, you can make a set all the way through except for 14 of the holos. Kabuto. Let's pull one off the back. What we got here? We got Cloyster. Well, I guess that's Mr. Fuji right there. Yeah. There's only one trainer uncommon. There's 3 uncommons in a pack. So it should be the very back card. Got Ekans. Shelder. Oh, I revealed it. It's a Kabutops. Kabutops. There we go. Pulled the holo. And as you can see, this one does not have the 1999-2000 dating, whereas every other card did. This one does have multiple print lines, so you're probably looking at like max PSA 8, something like that. A little bit of silvering along the edges. Let's see if I can flash the light. Yeah, you can see it right there. Let's check out the back side. Gotta always check out that back side. And overall, not too bad. I think that's just on the border, so that would probably rub out that little white dot there. But the corners look really nice, so that's great. But there we go. We have a Kabutops. So when you guys played the original game and you were going through, I can't remember what cave it was, where you, I think it was the one where you had to use flash, and you got to the point where you had to battle Team Rocket and you got to pick one of the fossils. Did you pick the one that had Kabuto, or did you pick the one that had Ammonite? I usually went for the one that would evolve into Kabutops. I always thought Kabutops was a little bit cooler than Amistar, but maybe that's just because, you know, Amistar got slighted compared to Kabutops throughout the WOTC era in terms of like how rare the cards were. I mean, you had the regular Kabutops here that was holographic. You had a Kabutops that was holographic in Neo Discovery. I think you had them in Skyridge as well. A lot of cool stuff going on with Kabutops, whereas Amistar didn't really have a whole lot going on for them. And they were both, you know, the 2 of the Pokemon that would evolve. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you, if you've never heard about the Fossil 1999-2000 set, hope you learned a little something. And if you already knew about it, sorry I rambled about it for 10 minutes. Thanks.